Hello guys, good afternoon or good evening. This is Crossover Casino. I repeat, this is Crossover Casino guys. So guys, today we'll be trading on winning color and I just want to show you my expert trades on playing winning color. Okay, I just also want to make you understand that there is a particular frequency, a particular calculation that when you are trading on winning color, you'll be winning back to back. There are times where you are in the wrong frequency or in the wrong calculation, and then you will end up seeing too many draws depending on what you are selecting. We want to believe that we are playing on three colors normally for winning color, playing on three colors, and the only obstruction that we have is draw. So you need to be in the desired frequency. You need to understand the position of the frequency, the position of the calculation of the frequency in order for you to trade and win massively. You understand? And again, once you are in the right frequency, even though draw comes in, draw will not be your problem because you'll be winning more than you are losing, because draw is only the thing that will cause you to lose. So but draw will be limited, you understand, compared to your winning. You understand? So that is exactly how it is. You understand? But most times when you're not in the desired frequency, you will notice maybe probably that very time or that very frequency that you are is in the frequency of draw period, and that's why you can encounter draw coming back to back. Draw can come 1 2 3 4 with in a stretch, in a row, is coming back to back. So basically you need to understand all these things. By the time you understand them, you will know that trading winning color is very sweet, and at an easy way you'll be winning. And again, apart from that, again, anytime you are trading on winning color and you lose, just double to recover gradually. Double to recover gradually, because the moment you double and rebet, you recover more than 50, or either 50 or more than 50% of your stake, of your former stake, of your loss. Okay, so within the next 2 3 draw IDs, if peradventure you win straight, maybe like 2 3 4 times, you must have recovered, you understand, and even in profit, then you fall back to your initial stake. That is exactly how it's been done, you understand. So you don't just lose because of you are trading on three color. If for example, now take for example, you are trading on 15 naira and then you lose and you play 200 or you play 300, you are endangering your capital and you might end up losing, because when you lose it again, your capital is already in danger, you understand. But when you play 100 and then you lose, 50, and then you lose, and then the next one you go for 100, it's fair. Then the next one you can go for 200, you understand. By the time you play 200 and you recover, you see that you recovered 50% of, or more than 50% of what you have lost, you understand. So by the time you repeat it that way 2 to 3 4 times and you have straight winning back to back, you would have recovered everything, and that is just the perfect way. But in order for you to get this desired consistency in winning, you need to be in the desired frequency. If you're not in the desired frequency, I can assure you that you will trade first one draw will come, second one draw will come, third one draw can even come, third one, and even the fourth one safe, and you end up losing back to back. You understand? So without wasting much of your time, let's get down to business so that you can see what we are trading. So let's see. So let me check a simple one. Okay. Okay, so now, to start with, I'm going to be revealing some certain secrets here, you understand, so that you can understand when to play on winning color. You understand? Now, when to play on winning color and get it right is anytime you're playing on winning color, make sure that these very particular guys, both the green guy, the red, and the blue, are not in 3 3. They are not in the same frequency. In the maximum win streak, they are not in the same frequency. Okay, let them have some little differences where one will be higher than the other. Once one is higher than the other, that's another a very good signal or good spot for you to trade. Okay, that's another thing. So now let's let's see. So you can wait for a while. It won't take maybe probably like 10 15 20 30 minutes or even 45 minutes, depending, for it to have a change. Once it have a change, then you can now strike. Okay, you can now trade. But for me now, just because I know the system very well, I might tend to trade because this is a very good trade. This is a very good trade. So I might tend to trade. So let me trade. Let me trade 3,000 each. Let me trade 3,000 each. You can see we have, let's say we have 100k in our account, but I can assure you, please, if you have, even if it's 100k in your account, please don't trade 3,000. Please, just a professional and a financial advisor. You understand? Trade with 100, trade with 100. You can see we actually won, guys. So trade with 100, 100 is good. You understand? So that you can maximize your capital and still be in profit. Okay, you can maximize your capital and still be in profit. You understand? So that is why it is advisable that even if you have 50,000, even if you have 100,000, don't say yes, I have 100,000. My liquidity is much, so I have nothing to be afraid of. You'll be so surprised when they take you to 3 or 4 draws. You understand? And then you start shivering. So I would advise you go with 100. 100 is better. 100, 100, 100. Once you lose, you double to 200. You lose, you go again. Things like that. So that is just it. So let's see what we have here after the draw. Let's see what we have here after the draw. So there is a winning. Okay, so let me see. 30, 21, 27, 30, 30, 21, 27. Okay, all right, so we can still trade. Okay, so let me take it back to the initial this thing. So let me trade like the normal way I'm supposed to trade, because I don't want the situation whereby somebody will be watching this video and then maybe probably have the same amount like 100,000, and then you start trading 3,000. No, it's not advisable. So you're supposed to trade with 100 naira. Okay, so let's go with this. Let's see what we have here. So we have actually placed our trade. There are so many things that I need to just open up here, that I need to reveal here, which is apart from the first one that I just mentioned earlier on. So you need to understand that. Okay, so you can see draw actually came. You understand? So just like I said, this frequency, the maximum win streak, you need to understand what's the meaning of all these things here. You need to understand the ball. Yes, the ball is different. We don't have anything to do with the ball. You need to understand the movement of this total. This total have a movement. In that movement, you'll be able to know the frequency also have a movement. I think the frequency and the total have the same frequency movement. You understand? So you need to understand this last drawn and the maximum win streak. You need to understand how they all function. Once you understand how they all function, then you can be able to trade. So this is a good trade. So I double. You can see this is a good trade. So I double. So that is just it. But just because I just wanted to do this video just to teach you one or two things. But normally, just like I told you, the maximum win streak don't need to be the same thing. One need to be different. Okay, so you can see we actually won the trade. You understand? One need to actually be different from the maximum win streak. One need to be different from the other ones. Even if you have two, maybe probably you have red and blue playing on 3-3, and then you have green on 4 or below, maybe 2. Either it needs to go down below, then you have red and blue on 3-3, or you have green on 4 and then you have blue and this other guy on 3-3. You understand? So things like that. So that is exactly how it is. So let's see. So that is it. So okay, so I can trade now. Watch. So I think the network is bad because it's supposed to mark it while I'm trading. It's supposed to show that this is what I've actually won, but it's not really reflecting. So you can see we have draw there. We have draw. Can you see we have draw? So can you see that the frequency of draw is not really? Can you see that the draw, the momentum of draw is not really coming back to back? Why? Because the frequency is showing that, okay, that you know the frequency we are actually playing at now at the moment shows that draw doesn't have the momentum, or draw is not in the frequency that it will be coming back to back. So okay, so we can actually double now and we trade. So let's see what happened in the next draw. Let's see what happened here. If we actually won, you can see it's not really taking effect. It's supposed to clear the old ones and leave just the new ones. So you can see, so we trade on 400 on each color. So let's see what happened if we actually won. So you can see we actually won on one of those colors. You understand? We actually won on one of those colors. So let's see what happened. Let's see what we have. Okay. Okay. Okay, all right. So we can rebet to recover. So once we bet to recover, that's exactly how you do it. Once you lose, you have to keep, you have to keep rebetting, or you need to add up, keep adding something to it, maybe 100 to it, keep adding 100 to it, so that when you win, it will help you to recover heavily. You understand? So that is just it. So let's see what we have again. Let's see what we have again. Let's see what we have in this draw. Let's see what we have in this draw. Are we actually having a win? Okay, so we have a win. So you can see we actually have a win. Can you see? We actually have a win. We actually have a win. So let's see where the next game is going to. Okay. Okay, guys. So we can still trade again. So let's see what happened in the next game. Let's see what happened in the next game, if we're actually winning or we are losing. Okay. Just like I said, this is a demo account. There's no difference between a demo account and a real life account. You understand? So there's no distance. So it's not the network is so bad that it's not really actually reflecting. If it's reflecting normally, so our money is supposed to be, for the demo, is supposed to be accumulating. You understand? Just like I said earlier, I told you that there's actually going to be a win. You understand? Because I've calculated it. I've calculated everything. So let's see again. Okay, guys, so we can still go again. Can you see us playing back to back? And can you see the frequent winning? So even if draw obstruct us, there's nothing to be afraid of. You understand? Unlike playing in the wrong frequency, when you are playing in the wrong frequency and draw obstruct you, you'll be afraid, because you don't even know what is going to happen in the next draw ID. But because we know that this frequency is a frequency that we are supposed to be winning back to back, you understand? So that is just it. You can see, okay, so we lost on draw. So there's nothing to be afraid of. You understand? There's nothing to be panic about. You understand? You can see, for every time I lose, I win 2 to 3, even up to 4 win streak back to back. You understand? So that is just it. Okay, guys, so we can double and rebate. You can see it on 800. You can see it 800, 800, 800. Normally, if at all, normally that the demo was actually the winning, the network was actually clear, we are supposed to have been in profit. No matter what, we're supposed to have been in profit by now. You understand? But because it's not showing, I just only wanted to teach you and show you some of the things that you just need to look out for. You understand? In order to have a successful trade. So you can see, we had a successful trade after the draw ID, the last draw that came out. We actually had uh, a profit. We actually had a win in the next draw ID. So you can see. So that is just it. It's as easy as ABC. So I can categorically tell you that the next draw ID, we are actually winning the next draw ID. So let me see, let me check. Okay, so we're actually going to win. So we have to double in order to recover. You understand? Because for every time we lose, we cannot double and recover immediately like that. No, we have to keep either doubling or adding something to it. Just, can you see that I keep doubling, just adding something to it, just because once you are opportune to win, then you will definitely get your returns and everything back. You understand? So that is just it. So you can see we actually lost this. Okay, so that is it. Okay, guys, so we double to rebate. We double to rebate 3,000 to 3,000 to 3,000. So let's go. So let's see if we actually won this. Okay, guys, so you can see that we actually won this. Can you see? We actually won this. We actually won this. So let me quickly check. Okay, so looking at what we have here and what is the outcome here, we're actually winning the next game. So let's double and rebet again in order for us to get everything back, you understand? So that is just how to do it, you understand? So the moment you win, you double and rebet in order to get everything back. So guys, let's wait, let's see the outcome. I'm expecting two or more green. I'm expecting two or more green anyway, but let's just see what happens in the next draw ID. All right, guys, I just said it now. I said I'm expecting two or more green, and you can see about four green came out, guys. Yes, so it's all about pattern. It's all about understanding what was the last draw ID, what was the combination of the colors that actually came, what was their sitting, what was the pattern they played. You understand? So you'll be able to know what is going to come out in the next draw ID. You understand? So that is exactly how it is. So okay, so let's see what happened. We we rebet, we add and rebet, we double and rebet. So let's see. I'm seeing two or more blue. So but let's just see what is happening. Let's see what is happening. Okay, guys, so that is just it. You can see, so we actually won. So you need to understand what apart from the frequency, you need to understand the pattern of the draw ID that is coming out. You need to know what they played last, what was the design, what was the position, what was the kind of color that came out, what was the color that came out most, what was the color that played low. All these things you need to put them into cognizance or into consideration in order to understand what will be the next draw ID that you actually play. You understand? So I'm expecting like this now, looking at what they played. I'm expecting more green. Okay, so in the next draw ID, I'm expecting more green. I'm expecting two or more green, but I'm expecting a win. I'm not expecting a loss. So let's see if either green comes out or yes. So you can see, yeah. So instead of green coming out, green decided to give an opportunity for others to play. You understand? So let's see what we have here now. Let me play the last one and we call it a day. Let me play and we call it a day. Okay. So looking at what we have here now, based on the last frequency that actually came out, and looking at the position of draw, ID, I can categorically tell you that this game is going to be a win, and I'm expecting two or more green. I'm expecting two or more green, but let's just see how it goes. I'm expecting two or more green. I told you guys that I'm expecting two or more greens. So this is the perfect way to play winning color. Okay, this is the perfect way to play winning color. Make sure that these guys, uh, it's just because I know how to read the frequency. Once you understand or you learn how to read the frequency, you will always be at a safer side. And again, one of the things I want to add up again in this is anytime you are playing to what they call it winning color, make sure that your colors have the most highest maximum win streak frequency than that of draw. When draw is playing the opposite way, whereby maybe from look at two is on draw ID. So if draw is now on 4 and others are playing below, then there's a tendency that draw will keep coming back to back. You understand? So you can see that's why I told you that draw will be coming, but it will be coming lighter. It may come one and you win 4 to 5 times. Draw will come only once, you win 4 to 5 times. It can come two, you win 4 to 5 times. But if it's on 4, 3, 4, 5, it can be coming back to back. It can come 3 back to back, 4 back to back. You understand? And that's a big loss for you. You understand? So that is just what it is and what it's all about. You understand? So make sure that the maximum winning streak is on the lower side. Okay. So one love. If this is your first time of watching my video, please do well to subscribe and turn off your notification bell so that when I drop a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. And hit the link to my Telegram channel for more updates and free signal 24/7. Okay, one love, guys. I love you all. Thank you for watching.